Good afternoon, Ms. Wilson.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Were you able to get lunch?
Yeah, I just got finished eating.
Good.
Okay, good. Good timing then. And was it okay? We heard it was popcorn chicken.
Yeah, it was chicken, but I said
Okay.
a little bit of mine in case dinner don't be so well.
Okay. Well, we'll get you situated here and we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can get you on your way.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Give me just 1 second while my computer updates.
Can I ask you, what is your name, magistrate?
I'm Magistrate Garwood.
Okay. Okay, I see it up there now.
Okay. And you had a chance to meet with Mr. Bellinger, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. All right, while I wait for my computer, I'm just going to proceed because I don't want to wait all day and it's not being friendly today. So you're here today on WCSD 23-63313. Tell me your full and complete name for the record, please.
My name is Evelyn Raquel Wilson.
Thank you. And Ms. Wilson, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, the court will refer you to the local appointing authority for them to make investigation as to representation. And you also have the right to a trial. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. You met with the public defender. It looks like you gave him your contact information, and I will update that in our system. If there's any change to that, you'll need to notify the court, and certainly you'll make the public defender aware. Very good. And if something changes and you get an email address, or if you change that address or telephone number, you are required to notify the court, and certainly you'll want to make the public defender aware. Okay?
Okay.
All right, give me just 1 second here.
Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Wilson, who appears via Zoom from the jail. Your Honor, with regard to the charge, we would waive a formal reading and stand mute at this time, and I will reserve for bond.
Thank you. So I'm not going to go through the details of the complaint with you because you did have a chance to speak with Mr. Bellinger. You'll have more time to do so as your case proceeds. He's indicated that you're going to stand mute. That means, I need a docket card. You're going to stand mute. That means you'll remain silent as to the charge. I'll enter a plea of not guilty. I'm going to schedule you for your next court date. That will be in front of your assigned judge. That will be Judge Washington at the 14B District Court. Judge Washington can see you on August 21st at 9 a.m. We will get you a notice to appear. You're going to receive additional information from the public defender's office. Now, that appearance is by Zoom. If you don't have Zoom, you can certainly talk to the public defender and they can see what other accommodations can be made, okay? Yes, I'll note you're shaking your head now. So yes, I need you to say yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So the last thing we need to address in this matter is bond. There are two parts to bond. Bond conditions. Those are things the court tells you you can and cannot do. If you violate a bond condition, you're subject to immediate arrest. The other side of bond is whether you can be released today on your own personal recognizance, or whether you'd have to post a bond in order to be released. Before I make any decisions regarding bond or bond conditions, I will hear from counsel. I'm going to go over all those conditions with you. You'll get a copy of them when we're done today. Counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have some time to meet with Ms. Wilson, although short, and she knows that. It was a lovely conversation, despite the fact that we are here on a serious charge. She advises that the complaining witness in this matter is her daughter. She has no issue with having no contact at this time. In fact, it would not be a bad idea just to let things rest for a little while until the court gives the okay, so that she can then communicate with her daughter if her daughter wishes to have communication with her at that time. She does advise that she would allow me to give assurances to the court that she's not going to be an issue with regard to bond. And on that note, we would be asking for a PR. She advises that she will show up. That's not going to be an issue. She advises that she will follow every prescription that the court gives to her with regard to bond, and that there would be a no contact and no entry, potential for drug testing. She's aware of that as well. Otherwise, Your Honor, we would just be asking for the PR for her release so she can prove to the court that she can do those things.
Thank you. So I'm going to release you on your own personal recognizance. You're not going to have to post a bond. It's your responsibility to return to court on the date and time set. I'm going to set a backup cash bond of $5,000. In the event that you fail to come to court or you violate any of your conditions, that's the minimum bond you would face. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to set conditions for you. These conditions are not going to be in the order of importance. They're just going to be in the order listed on the form I'm going to read from. You're going to get a copy of this when we're done so you can make sure that you stay in compliance with the conditions, okay? Here are your conditions. You are not to use, purchase, or possess any alcohol, illegal drugs, or marijuana. Do you have a medical marijuana card?
No, ma'am, I do not.
I'm going to send you for standard supervision with our community corrections department. So you're going to have to do some drug and alcohol testing. You'll have to go tomorrow. You have to bring photo ID and $12. They're just across the parking lot from where you are now. And you will go there, photo ID, $12. They'll do the test. And then that testing, it's going to be about every other week. That will continue until you see Judge Washington, and then she'll make a determination whether any continued testing is necessary, okay? But for now, we're going to do what we can to keep everybody safe, and I think for now, no contact is our best option. Okay. As part of that, I don't want you going to Brittany's house. If she works, I don't want you going to her place of employment. If she's in school, I don't want you going there. Do you guys go to the same church?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I don't want you going, if she goes to a house of worship, I don't want you going to her house of worship. That's whether she's there or not, I don't want you going to those places. And, you know, it's a little tiny world. If you're at Kroger and you see she's there, you're just going to go. You're going to leave.
Okay.
Don't look at her, don't talk to her, you're just going to go, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are not to violate any criminal law. You're required to appear for any and all court hearings and other places as directed by the court. All of your conditions, they will exist whether you're in custody or out of custody, and they remain in full force and effect until changed by the court. Do you understand your conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Do you have any questions for me at this time?
No, ma'am. I pretty much understand everything. So,
okay.
So tomorrow now I got to be at community corrections, right?
Correct. Okay. And they'll be expecting you.
Okay, what time they open? What I want to know.
They open 8:30. They close at 4:30. Okay. But I've been told there's kind of like a run on the building at about 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So don't wait until the last minute to go in and see them.
That's why I was going to be one of the first ones there.
That's good.
Perfect.
Going to get it over.
That'll work just fine. And again, they'll be expecting to see you. They'll have your paperwork. So, okay. Any other questions for me at this time?
No. Now, okay. I do have one more important question. It's very important to me. You know, Brittany has my grandchildren, but they have their own phone. Are they allowed? I pay their bills. Are they allowed to even call me? Even if
so, I'm not going to set any restriction regarding the grandkids, okay. But listen closely. You can't go through Brittany to get to the kids, and I do not, under any circumstances. Under no circumstances should you talk to the kids about what happened. Don't talk to your mom. Don't ask, how's your mom? Nothing. Okay. Nothing about Brittany and nothing about what allegedly took place on the 4th, okay?
It's just that I took them school shopping, they couldn't start school, and I want to send me their pictures of their first day and stuff like that, so. I was
Right.
just-
Well,
just for that.
well, you're going to be back in court on August 21st. And are they in Lincoln schools or Ann Arbor schools?
They were in Ann Arbor schools, but.
Yeah, so Ann Arbor schools don't start school until the week before Labor Day.
Okay,
So it'll probably, so that's the 28th is when school starts. So you'll be in court before then.
okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bellinger, anything further on this matter?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, then you are all set. Thank you so much. You can stand up and go to the door, and I will get your paperwork over to you as soon as we can, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Wasn't she
I
the-
think that's it, right?
Nice.
Is that it?
Yes, I think so, from my end anyway. If you have anything else, I'm happy to come back on, obviously, so.
No, there's nothing else. We're done. We're done here today. Always a pleasure, Mr. Bellinger.
Thank you as well,
Anything
yeah.
else we need to address before I go off the record?
Nothing from me.
Okay, then
Thank
we
you.
are all set. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You
We
too.
will see you soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you. The court will stand in recess. Everyone have a good day.